Awesome. Okay, cool. Do you remember when our first session was?
That was a bit more than half a year ago. It was springtime. Yeah,
Yeah.
I guess it was springtime.
Let me see. I think, oh yeah, here. Mid of March. I have it, mid of March.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, can you give a quick summary of like what was your situation back then in terms of like life, business?
That was tough. I remember I back then I did not find my path yet and any direction where I would like to develop. So I was still in photography and modeling, and I was considering like continuing doing this and teaching photography as well. And yeah, I was not happy about that. It was a lot of stress for sure. And at some point, I think somewhat around that time, I found an ad about the new study group that would be at a huge discount for Ukrainians. And then I was like, oh, I think I know the school. I heard about this before, and it's a really sweet discount that I could use. And it's the theme that I like. So I went for it. And I remember we also did a break for that time just so I could dedicate my time to studying. And then after that, everything changed.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember I felt, of course, a lot of pressure because I didn't find this final point where I could step and see, okay, now this is where it's a new beginning where I can start going forward. I felt like it was this and this and that, and I was not satisfied about everything or any of them. Um, so
Yeah, that is actually, I want to just quickly share for anyone who's watching that, who's in this situation of, well, I don't know exactly what to do, and it's a little bit here, a little bit there. I remember the time, when you had different courses that you started, and it was like just
yeah,
a lot at the same time. And what I loved about the process you went through is like it was just a part of the journey, right? And it was kind of
totally,
like needed,
totally.
this being like all over the place was needed for you to then eventually find what you're doing now, and then having that clarity and yeah, progress, because you're focusing your energy on one thing. So yeah, that I know it can feel like what am I doing? It's just so overwhelming, so many things, and yeah, then we don't do anything like with full commitment. Um, so when did that change? Like when did you know? And also I know we tested a little bit, and you're like, oh, maybe I want to do this. Let's try it out.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That was a very important part because I felt that you don't put pressure on me on choosing something, and then I could relax after that. That was like really important because I also felt, okay, if I have coach right now, I have to do something. I have to run in some direction. And then when you help me to release this pressure, I could just sit back and then look around and then, yeah, maybe this is not that and this is not that. Like you didn't push me to having a result or doing something or having a progress. And that was actually the best what I needed because I think first 3 months of our work was like
Mm-hmm.
me being like, ah,
Yeah.
and yeah, actually moving in different directions and trying out things. But thanks to that, I could finally really feel when my thing came through. It was like, oh, this is my thing because I really tried others,
Yeah.
and I was like, okay, I did not feel like this in any of those. So this I really like, and now we can start working.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And okay, so that was, do you remember when you started, like, or maybe you can also share quickly, like, what are you doing now? And then, like, how did it start?
Yeah, I was studying for psychosomatics, and then it was a course. Then I realized, yes, this is it. And then I signed up for a diploma that I will be studying soon in a week. And then, yeah, I was hesitant to start practicing because there was a lot of fear. There were a lot of obstacles in my head. And then you helped me starting practicing with like friends or whatever. Then first month I was practicing for free, and then I remember I had an idea that okay, let's do first 100 free consultations, and then you told me okay, let's count how much time it's gonna take. Then we counted 3 months, and I was like, maybe not. Okay, maybe it was too much, and then yeah, in the end it just took me 1 month, and then it was 1st of September when I decided, yeah, now I'm taking money. And then I started small with do running like an what is it, promotion, like
Hmm.
first few sessions for $5, then for $10, then for $15, and then I went to 25, then to 35, and now I'm at 50. And that what happened over a course of 3 months, and it's
Yeah.
amazing. And I'm happy I did that instead of doing free consultations, because I also realized there's no use in it. People don't take that much value if they don't pay for it. So it was not only for me, it was also for people,
Yeah.
and that was great.
Yeah. Yeah. And it was really amazing to see you kind of, as soon as you found this thing and you're like, oh, this is cool, I can help people. I get feedback that is really good. Things just started moving faster and faster. Anything else that you want to kind of just mention about the work together over the last month that you
Yeah, yeah,
like?
it was so important, even though at the beginning I thought, oh no, why do we work? I waste our time because I don't know what to do. But then, yeah, we talked about before, it was actually the part of the way. So it is also important. And your acceptance of my, like, I don't know, going from one thing to another, uh, it felt good. And
Hmm.
I think it is so important to do it. Actually, at the beginning I thought, why do I need coaching if I already have my psychologist? But then it turned out that as a combination,
Hmm.
it's like a total blow. It was amazing. And it's good to get as much help as you can, because it's gonna push you forward so fast. Yeah, now, like in my case, every month I'm earning more and more, and I see where I'm going. I know where to go next, and this, in the end, it saves you a lot of time and a lot of money.
Hmm. Yeah, I love that. Thank you for sharing that. I actually recently had a conversation with someone who's like, I'm not sure if I want coaching or therapy or what would help me. And yeah, it can totally work to have both, and to work with a therapist on some topics and with the coaching on some other topics. Um,
Yeah, it
yeah,
makes a whole picture.
yeah,
Don't choose, go do both.
yeah, yeah. If it's possible for people to do both, absolutely, really cool,
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
awesome. Cool. Yeah, I really appreciate you. I really enjoyed working with you. I
Thank
enjoy
you.
being your
Same,
friend. I hope to see you again
same.
at some point when you're
Yeah.
done traveling the world. And I mean, and I'm also done traveling the world, or we just meet somewhere.
Thank you very much. It was amazing and so valuable. And at first, I didn't see it, but now, when we finished, now I see how much it was important and how much it is valuable. Thank
Mhm.
you, big time for it.